Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss with you quality of work life. Now we start with the introduction. What is the quality of work life? Quality of work life refers to the favorableness or unfavorableness of the job environment of an organization for its employees. It is a term which covers a person's feelings about every dimension of its work, example, economic incentives, and rewards, job security, working condition, organizational and interpersonal relationship, etc. In the quality of working life describes a person's broader related to the employment experience. Various authors and researchers have proposed models of the quality of working life, as which include a wide range of factors, sometimes are classified as motivator factor, which if represent can make the job experience a positive one, and the hygiene factor, if which lying more associated with the dissatisfaction. So there are the characteristics of the quality of work life. First is job satisfaction, career growth, development of employees, considers human as asset, job change. In job change, there are the sub points such as job rotation, job enlargement, job enrichment, participation in management, proper physical conditions. First of all, we started with the job satisfaction. Every person wants satisfied with his job, and now he also want to growth in our career life and in our daily life. Development of an employee, every person want development growth in our daily life or in our um, work life. Consider human as an asset. So the organizations human have to consider as an asset. Objectives of QWL: to create a positive attitude in the minds of the employees to increase the productivity. Every time to create a positive attitude in the create in the minds of the employees to increase the productivity and to enhance the morale of the employees, so they can work properly, and so they work do efficiently, to improve the standard of living of the employees, to increase the effectiveness of the organization, so they can accomplish the goal and the profitability also. Methods to improve quality of work life. The first method is the flexi time. Flexi time is a scheme where an organization gives its employee to the opportunity of a flexible working hours arrangement. It has many advantages: employee retention, high productivity, lesser work pressure, and increase employee loyalty. Now we talk with the flexi time scheme. In COVID time, during the COVID, many companies and many organizations give such relaxation to his employees, to give opportunity of the flexible working hours arrangement. Suppose we can take example 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. starting time, 9 a.m. to 11:30 is the core time, 11:30 a.m. to is a 1 p.m. is a flexible lunch time, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. is a core time, and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. is a flexible time for quitting. The next method of the quality of work life is the flexi place. It is a working style which allows employee to work from alternative places instead of itself. For example, an employee may choose to work in the office or to work from even in a cafe. There is also example of where I can take example of the COVID-19 also. During the COVID-19 also, the organization give flexi place also, as such as flexi time, and they also opportunity give opportunity to his employees, so they can work from alternative places instead of his office, or they can also work in from the home. Now the objectives of the flexi places: increases job performance, employee company loyalty, reduces work stress, reduces employee turnover. Alternative work schedule. This is the third method of the quality work life. Alternative work schedule encompasses a variety of options that create a workplace flexibility related to how many hours employee work and where they work. There is an alternative work schedule here also to create a workplace flexibility related to how many works employee work and when and where they work. Flexible work arrangement include Such type of scheduling options also, such as compressed work weeks, wherein employee work for 10 hours days instead of 5-hour days. Alternative scheduling also might include telecommunicating options from arrangements such as job sharing and part-time schedule. So there are the example of alternative work schedule. Now come to the point number 4, compressed work week. It allows an employee to work a traditional 35 to 40 hour a week in less than the traditional number of work days. It can be negotiated in different ways. For example, a full-time employee scheduled to work 40 hours per week could work 10 hours day instead of 8 hours day. Now the advantages of compressed work week, the advantages of the compressed work week, we'll start with the first advantage. Full day off during work week, keeping your lifetime income and benefits, reduced commuting time. Now come to the fifth method of the quality of work life, job rotation. Job rotation is the management approach where employees are shifted from one job to another. When an employee shifted from one job to another and one organization to the another organization, this is known as job rotation. Why it is done? Why employee done job rotation? And when it is done, reduce boredom, brings variety, same level of job, not a changing job. There are such a 4 kind of problems faced by employee. Reduce boredom, brings variety, same level of job, and not a challenging job. Now come to the point number 6, job enlargement. It means increasing the scope of a job through extending the range of its job duties and responsibilities, generally within the same level and periphery. What is a job enlargement? It means increasing the scope of the job through extending the range. When we extending the range, when we extending the job duties and responsibilities generally with the same level and periphery, horizontal expansion of the job, no additional skill required, bring variety in the job. So this is also known as job enlargement. What is job enlargement? More tasks, same level of responsibility, and the number of tasks, high level of responsibility. This is all included in the job enlargement. Now come to the point number 7, job enrichment. It is a technique used to increase the satisfaction among the employees by delegating higher authority and responsibility to them, and thereby enabling them to use their abilities to the fullest. This is a technique used to increase the satisfaction among the employees. When we create or enhance the job satisfaction in employees by delegating higher authority and responsibility to them, and thereby by enabling them to use their abilities to the fullest. When an employee use their abilities and skill and proper knowledge in their work, this is a technique used to job enrichment and increase the satisfaction among the employees. Vertical expansion of the job, level of responsibility increases, additional job require variety in skills, makes job challenging. The job enrichment are the 2 tasks defined level of responsibility, that is current job and number of tasks performed in the current job. And same in case of the figure 2, same number of tasks, greater responsibility in each. Enriched job and number of tasks is also increased. Now here the example of job enlargement and job enrichment. Job enrichment is planning, present job and control, task 2 and task 3. Now come to the limitations of QWN, lack of management support. When the lack of management support, the quality of work-life problems are occurred, and employee is dissatisfied with his organization and with his work life also. So sometimes he may be quit, or he may be tried to another organization to join the another organization. Lack of communication. When there is some lack of communication from top level to middle and middle to lower level management, some cases are also faced in this, when an employee does not improve his morale, and the job security is not there. This is also some problems faced by the employees also. Delay in decisions. When some delay in decisions, immature decisions, when immature decisions taken by the top level authority also, danger of failure, when he have to danger of failure and danger of also work life. So sometimes he maybe want to quit and he also want to join some another organization. Few options in small companies. When there are some few positions in small companies, so there is no hope to grow and development of an employee. After this, he may be some disappointed and dissatisfied from his work life. Ever increasing demand of employee. When the ever increasing demand of employee, this is also the limitations of work life quality, work quality of work life. When we have increasing the demand of an employee, such as skilled employees, such as educated employees, as the employees working in the position of the company, he suppose organization is not satisfied with his work or her work, so after that he decreases his morale and also dissatisfied with his work and organization also. So that's why there the such problems and such limitations of the quality of work life when an employee wants to quit or wants to join another organization and try something better. Now we are discuss about major issues in quality of work life. The first major issue is that pay and stability of employees. Employee will demand more in the form of social security and welfare benefits. Every time employee wants and demands more from the organization, such as social security and welfare benefits, not given proper payment will affect the quality of work life. When the employee not get proper reward, proper incentives, and also motivational level, and he is not satisfied from his work quality, after that not given proper payment will affect these the quality of work life. Second major issue of the quality of work life is that job security should not have fear of losing their job. A employee should not have the fear to losing their job. System with healthy working condition and optimum financial security. Every time the system with healthy working condition, after that, if the healthy working condition is provided to an employee, after that uh, he can do properly work and he can do work efficiently with his organization. Optimum financial security, he also want optimum financial security as well. Now the third major issue is there, occupational stress. Due to working condition, working schedule, hypertension, irritability, etc. Due to working conditions, in some organization the working condition is very poor, the working schedule is very poor, and also they create the hypertension and stress in the mind of the employee. So in with all these aspects, he can't do work well in the organization, and he can't survive for the long run, for the long term in an organization. So that's why he want to quit and join to another organization. Adverse affect employee productivity, and it has also the adverse effect to employ the productivity, and this is also the loss of the organization. Adequate of resources. Point number 4, adequacy of resources. Match between resource availability and company objective. Match between the resource availability and the company objectives. When there is some lack of the resource availability and the company objective lead to employee dissatisfaction, this is the major reason. When the employee lead to dissatisfaction, when the resources are not available properly, and the objective of the companies are not accomplished at the given time by the his employers also. Now come to the strategies for improvement of quality of work life. Self-managed work team, autonomous work group, and integrated work team. There is a strategy to improvement of the quality of work life. The first of all, the self-managed work team. plan, coordinate, and control all the activities with the help of team leader. The company has to plan, to coordinate, and to control all the activities with the help of team leader. And employee participation is also there, because the employee is the one of the uh, backbone of the company. Also, we can say that um, who uh, who make the product, and who proper make the organization, and to plan, to coordinate, and to control all the activities, who help them leader, and we also produce some activities and some produce the units also. So there is employee participation is very necessary. Participative management, allowed to participate in management participative scheme quality circle. Allowed to participate in management, there is a participative quality circle scheme is there to develop a positive attitude in the employee mind also. Worker supervisor relationship, in worker supervisor relationship is there, social association is there, belongingness and achieve of work result, etc. Promotion, in case of promotion, there are lots of opportunities to move in the job with the high job satisfaction and prestige. Orderly, logical, and prompt source of recruitment for the management to fill vacancies. In the promotion, when an employee wants to promote, and he also wants promotion in an organization, because he is also wants the job satisfaction and prestige in the organization. So promotion should be there for the employee also. Recognition, human being rather than employee, rewarding system, job enrichment, offering membership, etc. So every person wants recognition, human being rather than employee. He wants rewarding system, he wants job enrichment, he also wants offering membership, etc. If employee is satisfied with his work and with his employer organization, he can do work very efficiently and very effectively, and the company is also going to accomplish his goals very easily. Organizational health program, educating employee about health problems. Every time to educate his employees about health programs, about company problems, about the company new, when company starts new programs also, results in reduction of absenteeism, hospitalization, etc. And there is a result in the reduction in of absenteeism and hospitalization, etc. Alternative work schedule, there is some alternative work schedule, work at home, flexible working hours, part-time employment. So there are the examples of the alternative work schedule, when the employer give opportunity to his employees to work from home, give flexible working hours, and also give part-time employment, etc. After the strategies and techniques of the quality of work life, now we come to discuss employee welfare, health, and safety. Employee safety and health. Employee safety and health are most important concern in today's organization. Every person and every employee wants the safety and health are the uh, it is a foremost function in the organization. Indirect cost include employers' cost for health insurance and workers' compensation. Indirect cost also include in the employer's cost for the health insurance. Some companies and some organization also do this and give opportunity and give some facilities to his employees also, as health insurance and the workers' compensation. Health costs have escalated dramatically in recent decades. Occupational injuries and illness have always been common. So every employee wants safety and health in the organization first. Occupational Safety and Health Act. Occupational Safety and Health Act, federal law enacted in 1970s to ensure safe and healthful working conditions for every working person. As to Act of Federal Law enacted in 1970, They also ensure the safe and healthful working condition for every working person, so he or she can do work with freely with the organization and work with very efficiently and effective manner. Applies to all businesses with one or more employees. This is employees to all businesses with one or more employees of the organization. To Health and Safety Act, General Duty clause in the Occupational Safety and Health Act covering those situations not addressed by specific standard. These are the clause in the Occupational Safety and Health Act covering those situations not addressed by the specific standard. These are also enacted by the federal law enacted in 1970 to ensure the safe and health of the employees. To require employer to comply with the intent of the act. So this is now the requirement of the employee to comply with the intent of the act. Occupational Safety and Health Administration responsibilities, this is also known as OSHA, encourage employers and employees to reduce workplace hazards and to implement new safety and health management system or to improve existing program. This Occupational Safety and Health Administration responsibilities also encourage employers and employee also to reduce workplace hazards and also to implement new safety and health management system because to improve the existing programs in the organization, to develop mandatory job safety and health standard, to develop new mandatory and develop mandatory job safety and health standard programs and enforce them through worksite inspections, employer assistance, and sometimes by imposing citations, penalties, or both. Suppose if the company or if the organization are not accepting these standard or these occupational safety health administration responsibilities, they can also impose some citations and penalties on both the employer and employee as well. Promote safe and healthful work environment through cooperative program, partnerships, and alliance. They also promote safe and healthful work environment through the cooperative programs, partnership programs, and the alliance. Establish responsibilities and rights for employers and employee to achieve better safety and health condition. This is also every company and organization has to establish these responsibilities and rights for the employer to his employee also to achieve better safety and health conditions, because they feel they also feel safe and secure in the organization, so that they can work with the very effective manner, and he or she can satisfied with his work condition and organization also. Support the development of innovative ways of dealing with the workplace hazard. They can also support with the development of innovative ways. So there are also innovative ways and also to develop mandatory job safety health standard to enforce them to through website inspections and to suppose they are not following these rules and these rights and responsibilities, they can be imposed citation and penalties to both of the employees and employer also. Support the development of innovative ways of dealing with workplace hazard. Establish requirement for employers to keep record of injury and illness. They also required to establish the record of employers and employee also to keep record of the injury and illness of his employer or employee. Monitor certain occupational illness. Establish training program to increase the competence of occupational safety and health personnel. We have to establish, our organization have to establish some training programs to increase the competence, to increase the enhance the skill and knowledge of the his employees, and occupational safety and health personnel programs. To provide technical and compliance assistance and training and education to help employers reduce workers accident and injuries. They also provide some safety regarding the workers accident and injuries and also help to educate them regarding this act. work in partnership with states that operate their own occupational safety and health programs, work in partnership with states that operate their own occupational safety and health programs also, support the consultations program offered by all 50 states. The consultation programs offered by the government or some occupational safety and health administration responsibilities organizations, the company has to support these organizations and to follow these rules and also implement rules to the employers and employee also. Establishing a safety training program. Get line managers on board. Once top management has embraced a safety philosophy, inform line manager about safety problems throughout the organization. Once the top manager has embraced a safety philosophy, inform line managers about the safety problems throughout throughout the organization. Emphasize that they can help set the proper tone through the example and instruction. Evaluate the program's effectiveness. Try to answer two basic questions. Did the program change employee behavior? Did these programs can change the employee behavior? Did the program impact business result in a positive manner? Fine tune the safety process. Periodically review training program and make some adjustment to incorporate a new safety standards and to account for business and industry changes. So these are all the establishing a safety training programs through top management, and they also emphasize the set of proper tone through the example and illustrations. Now we are discussing about the employee health. Recently, there has been a lot of attention on employee health. Statistics show occupational disease may cost industry as much or more than occupational accident. There are some statistical data to collect, and we can show the occupational disease may cost industry and as much as more than the occupational accident. Although total number of non-fatal job-related injuries and illness in the USA has dropped in certain recent years, the total number of illness has risen over the same periods. There are many diseases and health-related programs that are not necessarily job-related, but they may affect the job performance of the employee also. So an organization have lot of give attention to the employee health and the implementation of these program also. Many organizations now attempt to remove health hazards from the workplace. Many organizations also work on this also to attempt to remove health hazards from the workplace and to investigate programs to improve the health of the employees. After discussing about the quality of work life and the employee health and safety programs, we also discuss about the quality circle, a way to quality improvement. We start with the introduction. A quality circle is a small group of 6 to 12 employees doing similar work who voluntarily meet together on a regular basis to identify improvement in their respective work areas. The quality circle represents to a small group of people or employees of 6 to 12 employees doing similar work. They also doing similar work and who voluntarily meet together on a regular basis and to identify improvement in their respective work areas. Quality circle is one of the employee participation method when every employee wants to participate and wants to enhance our skills and knowledge in the organization. It implies the development of skills, capabilities, confidence, and creativity of the people through cumulative process of education, training, work experience, and participation. It implies the development of these skills. The quality circle also enhance the skills, capabilities, confidence, and creativity of the people through cumulative process of education, training, work experience, and participation in some activities. Nobody is paid to join. Nobody is forced to join, and nobody is penalized for not taking part. In this quality circle, nobody is paid to join. If an employee is want to participate in the different activities of an organization, the organization is not going to pay to join these activities, and organization is not also forced to join these activities, and nobody to penalized for not taking part in these activities. This is just to increase the employee skill, enhance capabilities, and to generate confidence and creativity of the people. Quality circle. Quality circle is a people building philosophy which provides self-motivation and improves work environment. It is just to provide self-motivation, to create employee motivation and enhance his skill, and to improve the work environment also. It represents a philosophy of managing people, especially those at the grassroots level. Now come to the objective of the quality circle. The objective of quality circle are multi-phased change in attitude and self-development, development of team spirit, improvement in organizational culture. With quality circle, it implies to development of the skill and enhance the capability, generate confidence, and develop the skills. This is also the objective and multi-phase change in attitude of the employee, because which provides self-motivation, improves work environment, self-development, development of the team spirit, improvement in organizational culture. Organizational structure. Here is the organizational structure of a quality circle. Firstly, there is the top management, steering committee, coordinator, facilitators, leaders, members, and non-quality circle members. Characteristics of the quality circle. Circle membership. It is more or less homogeneous group of people, usually from the same work areas. In circle membership, there is a more or less homogeneous group of people. There is some same quality of group people and usually from the same work areas. However, whenever required, experts may be invited for guidance or advice. Sometimes they required experts, or they required some higher or top authority to guide and to advise them how they can work in an organization. In circle size, usually a group of 6 to 12 members seems quite effective. However, it depends upon the people employed in the particular section. The circle sizes usually depends upon the group of people. 6 to 12 members seems quite effective. It depends upon the people employed in the particular section. Number of people employed in a particular section or a particular work. Voluntarily participation. In this, the voluntarily participation of the employees also include, because nobody is paid and nobody is forced to join these activities, and nobody is get penalized to not join or to not taking part in these activities, such activities. The main objective of the quality circle is to attendance and participation in meetings voluntarily without any compulsion. So there is the main objective of the quality circle is to attend or to participate in the meetings voluntarily without any compulsion of the organization. Quality circle meetings and hour duration is usually quite adequate for a meeting. Whatever may be the frequency, regular meetings should be ensured. The half an hour duration is quite adequate for the meeting. Whatever the frequency or the regular meeting should be ensured. Autonomy. The important ingredient of a quality circle is the sense of autonomy experienced by its member. This is the quality, in quality circle, it is a sense of autonomy experience. Every autonomous person, every individual person, how experienced by its member and experienced by its organization, he wants to voluntarily participation and he don't want to participate in the organization. Causes for failure of quality circle. Low morale of employees due to autocratic management and lack of trust. Due to autocratic management, the employees get dissatisfied, and also low morale of the employees, and also lack of the trust in the employees also. Lack of training. There is the lack of training. because in organization the training should be there also, and timely training should be there also. After 6 months or after 1 year, the employee get trained according to his work. Incompetent leadership, when the leadership is incompetent and not properly handled by the leader also, some is this is also the cause of the failure of the quality circle. Lack of management support, when there is no support from the management, and there is also lack of communication, also the causes of the failure of the quality circle. Quality circle, quality improvement group and work group project team. Here is the table of the, there is a feature and criteria, quality circle, quality improvement group, work group, project teams. Orientation, in orientation the feature is the orientation, and the quality circle performed performance oriented. Quality improvement group, problem oriented. If this is the problem oriented in work group and project teams, problem and project oriented. If there is arises some problem in the organization, and the top management has also there to resolve these problem, and to resolve the conflicts that arises in the organization. Time frame decided by circle members, decided by management, and decided by management. Specific duration is assigned. The time is also decided by the top management and decided by the management, and specific duration is assigned to his workers. Nature of group communication, homogeneous, again homogeneous and heterogeneous. In work group and project teams, in teams there is some nature of group communication is some heterogeneous, but in the quality circle and the quality improvement there is the same homogeneous. uh, Communication is from bottom to top, usually restricted to work and mostly to low intellect problems. Here is the quality improvement group from top to bottom. The work group and project team, also the communication is there from top to bottom. In scope, usually restricted to work and mostly to low intellect problem. There is a scope to restrict the work and mostly to low intellect problems. Machine process specific depends on objective given by the senior management. Expertise required, practical and limited. Predetermined by nature of quality problem. Work on project dependent, technical approach. There is a technical approach to, there is innovative ideas and experiments also there. Traditional and technically established. Project dependent, but mostly traditional and established. Dependence on management function, size of group. The size of group is, and the dependence of management function is independent. In quality improvement group, here is the partially dependent, or in work group or project team, the part of management function. Size of group, members are also usually small size, 7 to 9 members. In quality improvement group, small, usually less than 7. And in work group and project team, also varies project and work dependent. Decisions by consensus, followed by the presentation before executives. Formal training is there. By leader, no presentation is needed. And in group project and project team, by leader in charge, presentation is situation dependent. In formal training is must, which is a system, which must be systematic. In quality improvement group, discipline specific training and work experience is also there. In work group and project teams, as such, no specific training is required. So this is all about the table of the comparison along the quality circle, quality improvement group, and the work group and project team. Here is the quality circle goals. First goal is self-development. Every person wants to self-development and to enhance the skill, also to enhance the confidence. The second goal is mutual development, improvement in quality of work life and also in organization is there. Improvement in communication and attitude. Every person wants to improvement in communication and their attitude also, reduce wastages. Every time organization wants to reduce wastages, job satisfaction. Every employee wants job satisfaction. This is the first and foremost function of the employee. Cost reduction. Every time employer and organization wants to reduce the cost of the product and some other activities performed by the management or the organization. Improvement in productivity, safety improvement, problem solving opportunities. So there are also problem solving opportunities. Team building. There is a team building and coordination activities also there. Every person and every member of an employee has to uh, work in a team building environment and work with the team members then properly, and also set the coordination between the employer and employee also. Link of all level of management and workers together to achieve the success. So there is a link of all the level of management and workers to get achieve and the success of the organization. Get more people involvement and interested in their work. Every person want and every organization want get more participation of his employees, and involvement and interest of their work was also there. Improve participation, reduction of absenteeism and grievances in the organization. So this is all about the goals of the quality circle. Now come to the success story in India of the quality circle. Quality circle took birth in India in 1982. And some of the industries to launch quality circle first were Bharat Electronics Limited, Bangalore, and Bharat Heavy Electronic Limited, Trichy, took birth in the India, and some industries also launched the quality circle first in the India. Quality circle achieved success in a number of industries in India, and the name of the few are Tata, Telco, Reliance Industries Limited, and Kirloskar Brothers Limited, and so on. Observation after implementation. Quality circle members collected data for last 4 years and found certain observations. So quality circle collected the last 4-year data and found some certain observations. Irregular availability of machines for greasing. There is some irregular availability of machines. The amount of grease could not be identified. Amount of grease, as we can say, to when we give training to an employees and give opportunities to our employees to enhance his skill and knowledge in the organization. Failure and tray union of 0 rings, no grease found from outlet of tray union bearing at geared inside. During seal failure, greasing frequency was increased. Amount of grease discharged by grease gun was not known. So these are all the observation after the implementation of quality circle. Members collected the last 4-year data and found some these observations and the certain such as irregular availability of the machines, and give not given training to his employees, and not give and employer are not satisfied with his work. So this is all about the quality circle. So this is all about for today topic. Thank you.